Chasing enjoyment. Boys, it's that's what we're talking about today, but man, that is kind of a double-edged sword in a sense, right? And honestly, man, that's kind of how I've lived my entire life for the most part, man. I've definitely had some down times, some depressed times for sure, but and maybe that was a symptom of chasing enjoyment, dealing with the repercussions afterwards, because sometimes there are definitely, right? Especially like if you aren't necessarily planning your future much, but I'm just not wired that way, man. And I don't know, man. I kind of believe in chasing enjoyment in every aspect, man. Because at the end of the day, we never know. And I know this is a little cheesy, but we never know when tomorrow's like our last day, right? We never know. It could be tonight. Could be tonight, bro. Fuck. But, dude, so I just feel like chasing enjoyment is a good way of living, man. Even though it can come with its downsides, especially if it's any kind of enjoyment, especially a little more negative, like substances or women, bro. And that's where I find myself in sometimes. Sometimes I do, man. Sometimes I do. And it can be a waste of time, man, but as long as you're enjoying it, man, that's all that really at the end of the day, that's all that matters, man, because we never know. We never know what's going to happen, but there are times where you're going to look back, I suppose, and be like, man, I wish I kind of planned my future more, or maybe I wish I would have went to college, but that is kind of a fleeting idea nowadays because there's so many ways to make money. And honestly, man, I'm tired that everything revolves around money, bro. Can we get a different currency going on, man? Like maybe how many high fives did you get throughout the day? How many thumbs ups did you give? I don't know, man. We need a new way because it's draining. It's draining all of us, man. Unless you've already been set, but I don't know. That can also be stressful for sure. Because if you have it, then it's like, oh, I could lose it. You never know, man. I guess, but at the end of the day, man, I just think it's all about chasing enjoyment. If you have a thing that kind of gives you that spark, be it, I don't know, like whatever idea kind of brings you like a nice little smile to your face, or like, I don't know, an internal smile, as cheesy as that sounds, like, be it playing guitar, man, or, playing a video game, watching a movie, going out, going to the park, something small, even if it's like, I don't know, like, even though you shouldn't necessarily be wasting money on like, I don't know, food items that are like fast food, right? Or like restaurants, like too much, right? Or like Starbucks and stuff. But man, if that's gonna like bring your day to the next level, I sometimes just feel like you just gotta go for it, man. Like sometimes just, I don't know, still to this day, man. Some days I'll just be like, man, I want to go to Sprouts and like see if they got like a sushi plate for me today. And it's like, oh, I shouldn't be spending $10 on this, but it's like, bro, it's gonna be nice. It'll be a nice meal for me tonight. So sometimes I still fall into that, and it's kind of hard not to, man. It's kind of hard not to because I don't know, like being responsible is like it's pretty chill. Like when you are working towards something, it does kind of feel like you're living forever when you are like working towards something, right? Like especially if you're firing off on all cylinders, like eating healthy, like you have goals, like you're eating healthy, you're working out, you're working on projects, you're doing as much as you can at work, you're socializing, you're just in a good headspace. So I don't know, man. I guess there's no wrong answer. It's really whatever works for you, man. But I do think some people just kind of work themselves to death and don't really like create memories. And I don't know, man. I don't think memories have to be like something huge. It can just be like a good laugh, man. And I just feel like we got to remember to like grinding's good, but sometimes we just gotta chill out, bro. Dude, you gotta remember that like this ends. This ends. You really want to look back and be like, oh man, all I did was file papers and try to make courses for people to buy, and that was my whole life. Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I think, and this might be a goofy way of looking at it, but it's like, bro, like, what if like the moment you pass, you do turn into a ghost? I do feel like you'd be hit with like regret. You're like, oh my god, and now I'm stuck here, and that's all I did with that shell. Or like, what if you like view your life as a movie, like when you do pass, right? And you're just seeing yourself, and I'll move on to that in a second. But you just see yourself just scrolling your phone, like on the toilet or whatnot. You're just scrolling. Maybe you're just like working. You're just like sad and not really doing anything that would bring you like any type of joy, man. And I feel like it just falls into so many different aspects or different places for each of us, and it's just like find whatever that is for you, man. Some people, it's like some people are social butterflies and they've had a good day as long as they can hop in like a Discord call. And maybe sometimes that's all we need, man. It's just some type of like community in some way or another, right? And some people that are maybe are a little more introverted, it's like working on an art or a craft. Like I played guitar for quite a bit. Not I'm not a Steve Vai at all, so don't ask me to play. But that brought me peace, man, and enjoyment. I used to do that like after work. There was a period in my life where I would just do that after work every single day, and I was at a job that just was so draining for me, man, just mentally and everything, and not in a challenging way. Actually, I think it was lack thereof. I think I needed something a little more engaging for myself. And so at the end of the days, man, I would come home and I would just play guitar, and sometimes like 2-3 hours would pass by. It's just like just finding that bliss state, I suppose, right? What's that movie, Soul? It's like finding your spark. I don't know what it is. It's just finding your bliss, man. That's all it is at the end of the day, for sure. And because, man, we never know, man. We never know. And man, the days are just flying by, aren't they? Isn't time just flying by? And it's just like, I don't know, man. I just see some people around me that definitely aren't fulfilled, like feeling fulfilled. And like maybe they are like kind of blessed in a lot of aspects, but it's just like they don't feel fulfilled. And I know we all get that way sometimes, man, but just try to be a little mindful of whatever gives you that spark, what brings you joy, man. And no matter what, like we're humans, so we're gonna feel down, and sometimes we're not, like we're never gonna be perfect, right? Some days are gonna be off, some days are gonna be slightly different than the last, just like vibe wise too. Like our vibes are always changing too. But I guess I just wanted to get on here and just talk about it. Maybe I'm saying this to remind myself, man, that every now and again you got to give yourself a moment and find like what you enjoy. And if you can find what you enjoy, man, that might just be the key. Like, what if you enjoy painting, right? And now you're painting on TikTok Live, and now you're just paying rent by doing that. And it's something you enjoy. You know, you never know. So just like kind of branch out, find something that you enjoy doing, man. If it's making beats, like who knows, dude? Like who knows? That's the start of dreams, right? Is finding the thing you enjoy, and that thing where you're like, man, I could see, I wouldn't mind doing this like every day. And it doesn't have to be forever, but it's like, man, I could do this every day, and this lights me up. So if it's like making beats, man, who knows? Like you're doing that, and you're just enjoying the game, and then who knows? Someday you might be like, oh, I think I'm good enough to start selling these. And dude, that's happened for people. Why can't it happen for you? You know? So the key golden ingredient, man, is just find something you enjoy. It doesn't, don't look at what other people like. I don't know what they put on a pedestal, what they respect the most in a way, because some people dislike sick things. So it's like, bro, who cares if they already dislike sick things? Like, who cares if they dislike what you do? Because they clearly already dislike something that took a lot of time and effort and is actually really dope. So it's a matter of opinion, right? So what's your opinion? Find what you enjoy, what sparks you up, and it doesn't matter what it is, man, because you never know where you could bring it. And we'll never know, because if you're not doing it, man, you're going to create it in your own way regardless. So no matter what, I think we all have something new to bring to the table. And I sometimes feel like people get stuck by looking at like the steps someone else took, right, to get there, or like needing a mentor or guidance or validation from someone else. But it's like, man, no one's going to know what your style of whatever it is, like maybe you're a bread maker, no one knows like what your style or like your creativity, what your flash, what you brought to the table, and eventually some people who don't know that it's in themselves the whole time will look to you too, and be like, oh, how did you do it and stuff. And I think that's just the beauty of, I guess, in a kind of a cheesy way, but the beauty of being an individual, man. It's like we never know how our own cookie's gonna crumble, and to say it in a goofy way, but it's true, man. And I think the first step in that is just find what you enjoy, and just go from there, man. Just keep chasing that, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. Obviously, try to be a little healthy, but you can go off on the wayside a little bit if you need it. If you need a little bit, just try to find that spark, man. It's our most important thing, man. That's what keeps us alive, man. Definitely. That's what keeps us like wanting to stay alive, at least, right? Because if you have something to look forward to every single day, then the days will feel like worth living. And I don't know, man, maybe this was a cheesy video. It kind of is in a way, but it's real, man. I believe all that. And we got this, man. We'll figure it out. But thanks for listening to me ramble, boys. Make sure to do something for yourself today. Make sure to do something for someone else today. Regardless, boys, let's find what we enjoy. We got this. Take care.